Negus.
Negus. What is the language of origin?
Ethiopian to Amharic.
What is the definition?
A king. It's used as a title of the sovereign of Ethiopia. Negus.
Negus. Could you use it in a sentence?
The Negus ruled Ethiopia until the coup of 1974.
Negus. Negus.
Andrew, would you say the word loudly for the judges?
Negus.
One more time.
Negus.
Negus.
Negus. Negus. Negus.
My nigga.
Vincenzo'S Go Crypto Investing, where you like, subscribe, and share for a one-of-a-kind, company-made computer software trading probability-based trading alert, technical analysis, and company philosophy, as I'm your most trusted source for blockchain technology and cryptocurrency breaking news and coin updates here on YouTube and in the cryptocurrency sphere, as that's right, old Vincenzo's brought back truth and integrity back into the trading market, right? And as you look up here, you can see Bitcoin bottomed out at $25,401.05. We got that little pump like we were talking about last night. And we said that if you did pump up there, your major upper resistance was 29,862. And that's where we're sitting on right now. And now you're back testing it and you're kind of forming this uptrending support. You see that beautifully little uptrend support? We're going to make that smaller. You can see we got it running through there, a few points of contact, and it's kind of forming a rising channel right here on this pump. We got some resistance right here, resistance, resistance, resistance. See that? See how that works right there? Straight through there, a bunch of contact. And then we got support, 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 but that's why we have this upper target of the orange ring at 32,025 and 92 cents up there, because those were the two rings we were starting to trade between, and that's both of those rings are major areas of support and resistance from when the price was way back in the way back machine, right? If we went back there, but we're not going to go back to the way back machine right now. We'll do that later. So what you could see happening here is if you're trying to trade this, now you got a little bit of a pattern. You can buy support and then sell resistance, right? And then see if it comes back down or if it keeps trading through this. But I think what's more important is this underneath blue ring. If you can hold the blue ring, you can trade back up to this orange ring. But if you slip the blue ring, you're going to come back down here on your next move for a local double bottom, right? So we'll watch out for that and see how that plays out. Right now, we're losing some volume as the trading's thin. And I expect this weekend, after a very volatile week, I expect it to kind of be somewhat quiet until the futures market opens. And in the minute time frame, I don't really like using the minute time frame for this, but you could say this is a minute time frame: left shoulder, head, right shoulder, right? But the minute time frame is not to be trusted. But I could see a way where you start pumping up this weekend and you end up about you end up here. Let's get rid of that. You end up at the top side of this, getting close to 31,900 by the time the weekend's over. I could see that a few thousand point pump. but I can also see a way with the bearish sentiment in the market that this was just a bear flag, but it'd have to be a really big bear flag because the flag would be taking over the pole if you're trying to look at this as this being the pole and this being the flag. Well, if the flag is longer than the pole, that doesn't work, right? That leads you to believe that if it was indeed a bear flag, it's now invalidating itself, right? But this looks to be a bearish continuation pattern and up and sideways consolidation, and that's why I think it's a rising channel, which are bullish continuation patterns with bearish reversal patterns at the top. And that would lead me to believe you could end up here this weekend and then get rejected and trade in between it and then trade down, right? So we'll keep an eye on that in the Bitcoin and the little Bitcoin over there. And then we'll go to the XRP. You can see we got supported off the bottom part of the last line of defense to the shithouse, came right up to the top part of the shithouse like we thought on a couple wicks. Now we're trading back down. And if you zoom into the hour time frame, because that's how we're going to focus in, we're not going to look at the far out time frames. My audience knows where we've come from, and they don't need to see it in this one video. We'll do them in other videos though. But you can see you got rejected up by the upper part of this last line of defense and the 50-day moving average in blue. And if you're trying to keep this uptrend going that we have, even though this kind of looks like a little dinosaur when they come out like that in the neck, yeah, I never liked those. Those always seem to roll over on themselves. And if you're trying to get bullish, I think you'd have to come down for a double bottom and do something like that to build up enough support and buyers to steam through this major upper resistance. I don't think you're just going to blow by it right now. I think you're going to have to sit and consolidate, maybe come back and retest over a week's time and then get up there, or at least a couple of days' time. So we'll see how that works. But if you're trying to get bullish, you need to get above that 47 cents and then attack the moving average with ferocity of a grizzly bear coming out of hibernation, and then continue to march your way up. If not, you're going to march your way down through the weekend and then breach this level. And then if you breach the last line of defense, you're flushing straight down to the shithouse at 29 cents. If we look at the rest of the market, some random coins, you can see they all had really nice days today, but it's all in relative terms, because if you go to the daily, you can say, yeah, it had a really nice day if you caught the bottom, but it's had a really bad 75% down in the last couple of weeks. You can't even notice in the daily time frame barely the move. You would have had to have limit orders there. And we haven't looked at Solana very long, but it did go right down into our consolidation zone. And if you look at this now, this could be forming a big head and shoulders topping reversal pattern to liquidation if this indeed what's going on here. If we zoom out a little bit farther in Solana daily time frame, you could argue, because this was a rising channel its whole brief history as a coin, right? You could say what you got going on here is the head and shoulders to liquidation, right? You got your big left shoulder, your head. Now you're forming your right shoulder. It's a horizontal neckline. See that? Or it's a slanted neckline. And then your targeted move from there would go from the top of the head to the neckline that's on an angle to the point of a breakout, and that would get you all the way down here and make sense. It gets you on that blue fib circle of the 1.618 Fibonacci, but that's all the way down at $3, and that would be a death fall. So I'd be paying attention for that as a head and shoulders topping reversal pattern, and there is your targeted move. Here is your neckline. We'll come back to this video in a couple of weeks and see, well, that it actually already did break the neckline. So that's your targeted move, and it did actually hit the targeted move. I didn't even pay attention to that. Oh no, 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 no. The neckline would be down there, right? Whatever. You see what I'm talking about there. We'll see we're keeping an update on this. But that looks like a massive head and shoulders topping reversal pattern where the neckline is actually right there. And then it goes from the top of the head to the neck to the point of the breakout. Oh yeah, there we go. There you go. You get down to $5. That looks much, much better. Oh, that was a targeted move for the last one right here out of this side out of this consolidation that we broke down out of right there. Little bear flag, right? So it's Solana or SOL. I think it's Solana. Solo or yeah, Solo Genic. People used to like this, and I said I was going to the shit house. And I get in trouble a lot on here for my audience and new people. I see a few people left, probably because how critical I was on some of the stable coins. But I warned of these coins flushing, and 99% would be wiped out, and that's probably why some people left too. But old Vincenzo shoots you straight, just like shoot a McGavin, right? And I'm not going to bullshit you. Whether I like these coins or not doesn't take away from what I'm seeing in the charts, and that actually gives me 69.69 steps ahead of the criminal gangsters and banksters that have infiltrated the trading market, the United States government, Federal Reserve, and world central banks in order to knock down and beat down the retail trader while manipulating the markets, the stock market, the real estate market, the gold and silver bullion market, the crypto market, right? And that actually gives me and my audience that step ahead of the criminal gangsters, market manipulators that have infiltrated the United States government, right? Presidency, the Federal Reserve, and you're seeing this with how they manipulate the markets. But if I don't like said coin, that gives me I'm just looking at the technicals. I'm not in love with the coin. I'll tell you when to buy it if I think it's going up. I'll tell you when I think the market's going into a crypto winter, right? But some people get a little mad in the comments. Oh, I thought you were a long-term XRP holder. No, I'm not. But does that change the fact that when it was at $1.90, a dollar and rising, $1.50 rising at $2, that I was telling you and warning you of a crypto winter coming, and we're in the midst of a crypto winter and a year into this bear market, right? From the first time it crashed almost before the pump. If I was a hype train guy like Carl from the Moon, or any of these other guys that are just hype trains. And if the coin goes up, they look like geniuses. But when the coin crashes 99% and goes out of business, they're shown to be the charlatans that they really are, right? But if you're looking for that, this is the wrong channel. Or else you would have got, if I was a hype train guy and somebody like this Solana or SOLO, when this thing was pumping like this, probably the same time the Doge did it, right? And the Shiba coin. Like when I told you guys Shiba coin was a shit coin, and it irritated people. But if I would have been a hype train guy, all up in here, I would have been telling you it's mooning, baby. The moon's coming, $2, $3. But if you're looking at it from a objective point of view, the moon just happened. Well, that wasn't really the moon. That was only 100%. But you see what I'm saying? I would have just been telling you to buy because it was going to the moon. But I was telling you this shit was going to come all crash down to levels that none of you thought none of you would have thought it'd be down there, right? And look where it's at. And again, it's not done going down, but right now, if you want to try to short-term trade this, what appears to be going on here is you could buy it all the way back up to its old support zone up here at 31 cents, and then its next move down might be below a penny, right? So we'll keep an eye on that. Like, subscribe, and share. Peace and love. Peace and love.